Hey guys, my name is Gabby and welcome back to episode 5 of the Law of Attraction series. If you haven't seen the first 4 episodes, go watch them right now and then come back for the last 5th episode right here. Today I'm gonna share with you my top Law of Attraction success stories. The thing is, I already shot the video, I just finished it, and I just wanted to make another introduction because the video ran over 30 minutes long and it's a little too long. So what I'm gonna do is, in this video, I'm gonna share with you 2 of my top Law of Attraction stories, and then a couple of days later I'm gonna post the first and second stories that I shared, and I really hope you enjoy them. So let's jump into the videos. Now this is a very exciting story, and it's related to acting as if you already have it. Step 3 in the Law of Attraction is acting as if you already have your desires, receiving those desires from the universe. And as I mentioned in my previous video, I said that you have to do whatever it takes to put yourself into the state of having it now. And I have a story for you about personal training. I got certified as a personal trainer here in New York, and I studied for 4 months because I wanted to be a personal trainer. So I studied, I got my certification, I passed everything, and I was really excited to get clients. However, I didn't know how to get about it. I was really confused. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know what to do. And it also ties in what I talked about in episode 4, that Law of Attraction is not about just sitting on your bum and being lazy and not doing anything. It's about taking inspired action. So I made a list. I want to have 5 clients privately. This is the amount that I want to get paid per hour or per session, and I got very clear on what I want. Then I started Googling for different websites that I can sign up, because there are websites like Find Your Trainer, Fitness Trainer, where you list yourself as an independent trainer, and then clients can go on there and they look at your profile and they book you. So I took inspired action and I told everyone that I'm a personal trainer. I signed up for all these different websites that I could, and then I was like, okay, now I have to act as if I already have it. So what am I talking about? I put myself into a state where I played a game pretending as if I already have 5 clients. So what I did, I opened my laptop and I made a folder called personal training. In that folder, I created 5 different folders for 5 different clients. So I made up names. I created folders like Ben and Robert and then Jasmine. I just created names for my imaginary, or actually my real, clients that I currently have. So I created 5 different folders for 5 different people that I train, and then in every single folder I started creating workouts. So I would listen to music in my room, and on my laptop I would be typing up programs for my so-called imaginary clients, because I knew that if I want to attract clients, I have to act as if I already have clients. So I was like, you know what? That's it. I have clients, I have people that I train, so I made up programs for all these different people. I took my phone and I wrote those names in my address book with just like random numbers as a phone number, and I put out names, and I was like, okay, I have my clients in my phone, I have, the schedule, I even put it in my calendar when I train who, and then I wrote up programs, and I had programs for them. And then every single morning when I would be walking to the gym myself to work out for myself, I would wake up, and when my alarm went off, I would imagine as if I'm getting dressed and going to train my clients. So I would get really happy. I'd be like, awesome, I'm training, Robert today, or I'm training Jasmine today. And then I would leave to go to the gym, but I would imagine as if I'm going to my clients to train them. Needless to say, 3 weeks later, I got a booking through Find Your Trainer, through one of the websites, and I met up with the client at a cafe, and he was very ambitious, and I started training him twice a week. And then after 2 weeks after that, I got 2 more clients, and I was like, oh my God, I was getting so excited. I was like, yes, like I'm manifesting all these clients. And of course, because my manifestations were starting to come and I was starting to see my clients in physical form, I got even more excited and I believed in it even more. So then it almost was like a snowball effect, because I already had physically evidence of my clients manifesting. I actually had, going from my imaginary clients, I actually already had 3 clients in physical form that I trained. So then it was easier for me to continue visualizing having more clients. And here I am now. I have, I believe, 10 clients now, 10, 11 private clients, and I can honestly say that whenever I want more clients, I think about it and it happens. I love when the universe responds to me so quickly because I have such complete faith in myself, and I know that I'm able to manifest whatever I put my mind to and whatever I want, and it always works. So here's a story for you that you have to act as if you already have it. If you want that job, act as if you already have it. I did, and now I have so many amazing clients, and it all started with my imagination and me putting an intention out into the universe. Last story is about this beautiful apartment. Me and Ryan, my wonderful man Ryan, we live in Astoria. It's this amazing neighborhood in Queens in New York. And we always wanted to live in Astoria, so we got our first apartment a year ago. We lived in that apartment for about 8 months, and then at the end of May, our lease was up, so we needed to look for a new apartment. Now, if you live in New York City, you know that sometimes it can be very hard to find an apartment. You have very strict requirements of how much money you have to make a year, and you have to go through all these different checks, and sometimes it's just apartments get snatched just like this in front of your eyes within like a couple of hours when it goes on the market, because there's such a high demand. So I told Ryan, I was like, Ryan, we gotta make a list of the perfect apartment. We have to sit down and make a list. So 2 months before the end of our lease, we sat down with our computer and we wrote down a list of what kind of an apartment we wanted. We said we wanted to be very bright, very spacious. We wanted to have an open kitchen that joins the living room. We said we wanted to have a lot of windows, so a lot of natural light. We wanted to have a corner apartment. We wanted to have it clearly in Astoria, close to a gym. I think it was like 1/3 of a mile within a health food store, 1/3 of a mile within a gym, right next to a subway stop. We had things like wooden floors. We got very specific. Needless to say, the month of moving came, and I went to Holland in May to visit my family. And then when I came back, we only had about a week and a half to find an apartment and move out. I was a little bit stressed, but even when I am stressed and even when I'm a little bit doubtful or anxious, I have complete trust in the universe. And I was rereading Gabby Bernstein's book, The Universe Has Your Back, and she has this amazing story about her and her husband finding their perfect house and just letting the universe take care of it. So I was like, you know what? I surrender. I let the universe take the wheel. I know what I want. We put it down on paper and we both believe it's gonna happen. So we had our list, we printed it out, and we put it, in a visible place. So then I just started emailing a bunch of places. I went on different websites where apartments are listed, and every apartment that I found, I just kind of like sent a bunch of emails. Then I came back and we had a week and a half, and one day we went to look at a couple apartments and they were okay, they weren't the best. And then Ryan gets a text on his phone half an hour later from a real estate guy saying, hey, so this apartment just got listed. Would you like to come see it? It honestly just got put on the market. It's in Astoria. It's a 1-bedroom. I think you'd like it. Do you want to go see it? And we were like, yeah, I mean, might as well. We got nothing to lose. So we went to a real estate guy and we sat in his car and we were driving to the apartment, and he was telling us that, he was saying, one of the things that we put on our vision sheet of paper, or basically our vision board for the apartment, was easy application process. Because sometimes application process for apartments in New York can be so difficult and so long and so hard. So I was like, you know what? We are going to have the easiest application process ever because we want it and we're gonna make it happen. So we're sitting in the car with the real estate guy who's very fun and amazing, and we're driving to the apartment, and he says, just the reason that I'm bringing you to this apartment, it means that I can get it for you. If you want it, it's yours. That's it. And we're like, okay, cool. And then he started saying how the apartment is spacious. It has a very big bedroom. It has very big closets. And I'm listening. I'm like, oh my God, these are all the things that we listed on that piece of paper. And then he says it's a corner apartment. The landlady is amazing, and Ryan wanted a corner apartment so we have more windows and more light. And the second the real estate guy said it's a corner apartment, I was like, oh my God, is that our apartment? Is this our apartment? So needless to say, we arrived to the building and I was like, oh, it's really close to the gym that we go to. Like, we used to take the train to go to the gym, so it used to take us about 20-25 minutes to get to the gym, but our gym now is within 4 blocks of us. So we came to the apartment. The second we walked through the door, I started walking around, and instantly I knew, I was like, this is it. Lots of light, spacious, massive bedroom, massive closets, amazing neighborhood, quiet, the landlady's amazing, and the real estate guy goes, do you want it? And Ryan looks at me, he's like, what do you think? And I said, that's it, that's our apartment, that's our apartment. And the application process was the easiest process ever. It was like very simple stuff like, okay, so where do you guys work? What do you do? Can you give me your IDs? And then he called the landlady and he said, hey, I got an amazing couple for you. They really love the place. Could they, you know, are you down? And she said, yeah, absolutely. That was it. It wasn't any, oh, we need more of this, we need more of that. It literally took, the whole thing took about 10 minutes, and within 10 minutes, we had the apartment, and then we moved in. And this apartment is the physical manifestation, the physical thing of what we wanted in our minds. And we knew what we wanted. We took inspired action, contacting a lot of other places. And then this real estate guy who we've never met, and I think we contacted him for another apartment. Out of nowhere, thank you universe, he texted us saying, hey, this apartment is on the market. We were the first people to see the apartment, and even when we were in the car driving to this apartment, he said that we are the first people to see this apartment, and he already has a lot of other people lined up for the rest of the day to come see this apartment because it's beautiful. So needless to say, we were the first people to see the apartment. We immediately said we want it. He canceled all the other appointments, and within like 15 or 20 minutes, this apartment was ours. And it's really funny for me to think now, because I remember being in Holland in the middle of May, telling my mom, I know what kind of apartment I want. I know what kind of apartment we want to attract, but I'm a little bit worried. And she said, Gabby, you always manifest what you want. You have such complete faith in the universe. Like, don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Don't second guess it. It's going to be fine. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And now, from a piece of paper of all the requirements that we wanted, here is our apartment that has everything. Okay, we have like 35 things on the list. The only thing we don't have are 2 things. So out of 35 things, we only have 33 things. The 2 things that we don't have is a rooftop. We have roof access, but it's not really a rooftop that you can hang around with. And we don't have a storage for a bike. So my bike is in the apartment, but we have a spacious apartment, so it works. These are the only things that we don't have. And do you think we're gonna be like picky and say, no, this stuff doesn't work? No, it absolutely works. You just have to believe it. You have to know you can manifest it, and you have to take inspired action. I love working with the law of attraction. I love seeing my desires come to life, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this 5 episodes law of attraction series. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And also, I post new IGTV videos every single Monday, so if you want to follow me on Instagram for more content, more inspiration, more motivation, I post every single day. Make sure to follow me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next Friday. Bye!